In this video, we're going to talk about the Rossignol Krypto. This is a board that's aggressive. It's designed for hard charging groomers going after it in the POW. While it isn't as directional as, say, the XV from Rossignol, it's still super directional. Yes, I know, that's what the marketing says. This is a board for it's a freeride board, and it's an aggressive freeride board, and it's camber dominant. This is a board for someone that's really pushing it, really driving the board. This is a super highly aggressive board, in case you haven't gotten that point across that I'm trying to make. This board features Rossinol's AmpTech Elite camber profile, which is 60% camber into a 20% rocker in the tip and 20% rocker in the tail. Basically, it's cam rocker. So you load it up like traditional camber, but it's going to engage that rocker, making it a little more loose out at the contact points, a bit easier to press with. It's going to be better in powder.
The Krypto is fucking stiff. I mean, it's a goddamn plank. It's a directional freeride flex. Softer nose, progressively stiffening up to the tail with not a lot of torsional flex. So it's super stiff, which means it should be super stable. Well, it is and it isn't. It's kind of a gray area. If you're on a groomer and it's perfectly fine, yeah, it's stable. You might notice a little bit of chatter or some vibrations underfoot, but you get into uneven terrain and this board just skips across it. Every time it impacts the apex of a mogul, you're going to feel it. This is a board where you're going to be just taking a hammering to the knees and the ankles. It's not lively, but it's not damp. It's just fucking stiff. This board takes a lot of effort to engage the pop. Like, the harder you work with it, the more you're going to get out of it. But, I mean, you've got to be assertive to load the camber profile and get it to pop. And even then, it's still not the snappiest freeride board I've been on. It'll get the job done, but you're going to work for it, and it's going to fucking suck. Yeah, we're just not even going to talk about buttering because it just doesn't happen with this thing no matter how fast you go. Like, just straight up throw it out the window. It's gone. Goodbye. Let's move on. This board holds an edge well, but if you're trying to aggressively drive it, you better have fucking redwoods for legs or the muscle mass of Paul Bunyan. Yeah, I couldn't get it to Eurocarve. I could get it to go on edge, hold a long carve, and that's it. It's smooth and stable when it is on edge, but overall, like, you gotta manhandle this fucking thing. And this is just too much board for me. I'm not afraid to admit it. It's probably too much board for most people watching this video. Unless you're like pushing 280 and 6'9". This is a board for someone that likes hauling ass and doing long, drawn out carves that wants a camber dominant deck. If you're a heavy guy, this is probably ideal for you if you're looking for a freeride board. If you're not, it's probably too much board for you, in honesty. I mean, this thing's fucking stiff. I think it's actually stiffer than the XV, even though they claim the XV is stiffer than this. The Krypto is a big and burly board, obviously. I mean, you've watched the rest of this review, so you know what I'm about to say. We're going to recommend some big, stiff, burly boards, stuff for charging hard with. The Rome Sawtooth, the Ride Timeless, the K2 Joy Driver, the Burton Custom X, the Yes Pick Your Line, the Jones Carbon Flagship, the Smokin' KT22.
Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like this video. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below, that way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video. If you've been enjoying all these product reviews and you haven't been buying through our affiliate program, which is down there, why don't you check out our Patreon? This is a great way for you to get involved with us. There's some great rewards on there, and it helps fund us so we can do more product reviews